What's the worst thing you've ever seen happen at a wedding? I used to think weddings brought out the best in people. That belief ended at my cousin Lila's wedding, and it wasn't a slow decline. It was a full-on train wreck and real-time disaster. Lila and her fiancé Mark had been planning the day for nearly 2 years. Invitations were calligraphy masterpieces, the venue was a mansion dripping with crystal chandeliers, and Lila kept calling it the perfect fairy tale wedding. The first crack appeared at the rehearsal dinner when Mark's mother, Veronica, criticized the seating plan, the flowers, even the music. Then she announced, seriously, that she'd be wearing white to the wedding. Lila thought she was joking. She wasn't. On the big day, guests were chatting happily when Veronica swept in, head to toe in a sparkling white gown with a lace train and jeweled tiara. The collective gasp was louder than the string quartet. Still, Lila pushed forward. The ceremony began. The vows were beautiful, until the officiant asked if anyone had objections. Veronica stood up. "I have an objection," she said coldly. "This marriage is a mistake. My son deserves better." Gasps again. Mark told her to stop, but Veronica rattled off reasons Lila wasn't good enough: her family background, her work schedule, her lack of readiness for kids. The couple carried on, but the magic was gone. At the reception, Veronica ignored the seating chart and planted herself next to Mark. Lila asked her to move. She refused. Then, during her toast, she raised a glass and said, "Here's to my son, who I know will always make the right choices." Eventually, Lila fled to the restroom in tears. Moments later, we heard a crash. The wedding cake was on the floor. Veronica claimed it was an accident, but a guest swore they saw her yank the tablecloth. That was it. Lila told Mark, "Either she leaves or I do." He told his mother to leave. Veronica shrieked, accused Lila of turning him against his family, and hurled her wine at Lila's dress before storming out. The photographer caught the exact moment the red wine hit the lace. Horrifying and unforgettable. The rest of the night was awkward damage control. The DJ tried to lighten the mood, but the sparkle in Lila's eyes was gone. 3 months later, they quietly divorced. Veronica had kept showing up at their apartment uninvited, criticizing everything from Lila's cooking to her unsuitable choice in furniture. Now, whenever someone says they want a big, perfect wedding, I tell them about Lila. Sometimes the villain isn't hiding in the shadows. She's sitting in the front row.